Good morning, Al Roker here, ready to dive into one of my favorite topics, winter weather. As the air turns crisp and leaves change, everyone's wondering, what will this winter bring? Will it be a snow-filled wonderland or a milder season? That's what we're here to find out. Winter transforms the landscape, but it also demands preparation. Knowing the forecast helps us stay safe, warm, and make the most of the season. Today we're taking our first big look at the winter of 2025, breaking down predictions region by region. So grab your favorite warm drink and let's talk about what's ahead, temperatures, snowfall, and how to get ready. Let's take a look at the national picture. Let's zoom out for a moment and take in the big picture. What's in store for the entire nation as we head into this winter season? From coast to coast, the weather story is shaping up to be both dramatic and full of variety. We're looking at the whole country and there's a lot to talk about. The main headline this year, a classic winter pattern is setting up, all thanks to a developing La Niña in the Pacific Ocean. This climate phenomenon is already influencing the jet stream, steering storms and cold air in new directions. La Niña winters often bring sharp contrasts, and this year is no exception. If you live in the Pacific Northwest, the Great Lakes, or the Northeast, get ready for a colder, snowier season than usual. Frequent snowstorms, icy mornings, and brisk winds will be the norm. Cities like Seattle, Chicago, and Boston could see above-average snowfall, making for a true winter wonderland, but also some travel headaches. Meanwhile, the South is in for a different experience. Expect a milder, drier winter stretching from Texas through Georgia and into Florida. While this may sound like good news for those who prefer to avoid the cold, it's a double-edged sword. Drought-prone areas could see worsening conditions, and farmers may need to keep a close eye on soil moisture and crop health. The central U.S. will be the real battleground this season. Here, the clash between cold northern air and warmer southern air will lead to wild swings in weather. 1 week could bring heavy snow and ice, while the next sees rain and a sudden thaw. Cities like Kansas City, St. Louis, and Omaha should be ready for anything. So it's shaping up to be a winter of contrasts, cold and stormy up north, warm and dry down south. The dividing line between these two patterns will shift throughout the season, sometimes bringing dramatic changes overnight. These weather patterns will have a big impact on daily life. Energy use will spike in the north as people heat their homes, while farmers across the country will need to adapt to changing conditions. From snow removal to winter crop planting, everyone will feel the effects. For those in the northern states, it's time to get your snow shovels and winter gear ready. Prepare for a robust, active winter with plenty of snow days and chilly nights. In the southern states, expect mild temperatures and dry conditions. It's a good time for outdoor activities, but keep an eye on water conservation and fire risks as the season progresses. And for everyone living in the central part of the country, be prepared for surprises. Rapid changes in weather could mean anything from ice storms to sudden warm-ups, so stay alert and flexible. With all these patterns in play, the stage is set for an eventful winter across the United States. Now let's start our regional journey in the Northeast, where the first big storms are already on the horizon. From Maine to Virginia, get ready for a busy winter. The Northeast and Mid-Atlantic are in for colder, snowier conditions, with several significant storms likely. Cities like Boston, New York, and Philadelphia should prepare for classic nor'easters and plenty of snow. Temperatures will stay at or below average, so check your heating and stock up on warm layers. Snow will stick around, especially in New England, creating a lasting snowpack. The Mid-Atlantic will see a mix. Some storms bring snow, others sleet or rain, making travel tricky. The I-95 corridor will be a frequent battleground for different precipitation types. Overall, expect more snow days, more shoveling, and a return to classic winter fun. Get your sleds and boots ready, you'll need them. Next, let's head to the Midwest. This winter, the Midwest is set to experience a dramatic transformation, all thanks to the powerful influence of La Niña. If you live anywhere from the Dakotas to Ohio, you'll want to pay close attention to what's coming. La Niña winters are known for their unpredictability, and this year the region will really feel its effects in full force. In the upper Midwest, think Minnesota, Wisconsin, and northern Michigan, residents should brace themselves for a season that's colder and snowier than usual. Meteorologists are forecasting not just a few flurries but consistent, above-average snowfall that will blanket the landscape. Temperatures are expected to dip well below normal, making for a truly classic winter scene. The jet stream, that invisible river of air high above us, will dip southward, pulling frigid Arctic air down from Canada. This will set the stage for frequent and intense winter storms, especially around the Great Lakes. Expect to see icy shorelines, blustery winds and snow squalls that can appear with little warning. Cities like Minneapolis and Green Bay are in for a long, cold stretch. Residents should prepare for extended periods of sub-zero temperatures, icy roads, and snow-packed streets. Winter will settle in early and linger well into March, so stock up on essentials and make sure your winter gear is ready. While this may be great news for winter sports enthusiasts, think skiing, snowboarding, and snowmobiling, it also means higher heating bills and a greater risk of frozen pipes. Homeowners should take precautions now to avoid costly repairs later. The snow will create beautiful scenes but also bring challenges for daily life. Moving to the lower Midwest, cities like Chicago, Indianapolis, and St. Louis, the story changes. Here, the winter will be marked by wild temperature swings. One day might bring a heavy snowstorm while the next could see a sudden thaw, followed by sleet or freezing rain. This unpredictable mix will make travel tricky and keep residents guessing. The Ohio Valley and Central Plains are especially vulnerable to disruptive ice storms this year. These storms can coat everything in a thick layer of ice, snapping power lines, making roads treacherous, and causing widespread outages. It's important for communities to be prepared for anything, from power outages to dangerous driving conditions. In Chicago, expect a true winter roller coaster. Snow and slush will be a common sight, and residents will need to stay flexible and informed. Shoveling driveways and sidewalks will become a regular routine, and keeping up with changing forecasts will be key to staying safe. Overall, this winter in the Midwest will keep everyone on their toes. From heavy snow to sleet, freezing rain, and sudden thaws, it's a true mix of everything winter has to offer. Whether you love the cold or dread it, one thing's for sure, you'll need to be ready for anything. As we leave the heartland behind, let's journey south to see how the rest of the country will fare this winter. The story is just beginning. Down south, winter usually takes it easy. Temperatures stay comfortable and the sun often shines bright, making it feel more like a gentle pause than a true cold season. While much of the country braces for snow and ice, the southern states often enjoy a slower, softer version of winter, where outdoor activities don't have to stop and the beach is still a tempting destination. This year, the trend continues, with forecasts pointing to a season that's even warmer and drier than usual. Expect more days where you can leave the heavy sweaters behind and enjoy the outdoors, whether it's a walk in the park or a weekend barbecue. The main storm track is expected to stay well to the north, so the south will likely see fewer cold snaps and less rain than normal. While the northern states might be digging out from snow, southern cities will mostly experience clear skies and mild afternoons. Most days will be pleasant, perfect for enjoying the outdoors or catching up on yard work. But don't let your guard down. Every now and then, a surprise cold front or a rare winter storm can sweep through, catching everyone off guard. These events are infrequent, but when they do happen, they can be memorable. Even a thin layer of ice can cause major disruptions in cities like Atlanta or Dallas, where winter weather is rare and drivers aren't used to slippery roads. Schools and businesses may close and travel can become hazardous in a matter of hours. The bigger concern this season, though, is drought. With less rain in the forecast, the risk of water shortages grows, especially in areas like Texas and along the Gulf Coast where reservoirs are already running low. If the dry spell continues, water restrictions could become more common, and farmers may struggle to keep crops healthy. Communities will need to be mindful of every drop, making conservation more important than ever. Dry, windy conditions also mean a higher risk of wildfires. It's crucial to stay alert, avoid outdoor burning, and follow local fire safety guidelines to protect homes and neighborhoods. So, while you enjoy the mild weather, maybe a picnic in the park or a stroll along the beach, remember to keep an emergency kit handy. It's always smart to be prepared for the unexpected, whether it's a sudden freeze or a power outage. For now, those heavy coats can stay tucked away in the closet, and you can stick to lighter layers. But don't get too comfortable. Weather can change quickly, and it pays to be ready for anything. All it takes is one surprise storm to turn a mild winter wild, reminding everyone that nature doesn't always follow the forecast. With the South's mix of mild days and the occasional wild twist, it's a season to enjoy but also to respect. Now let's check out what's in store for the West Coast. On the West Coast, the Pacific Ocean sets the stage. The Pacific Northwest, Washington, Oregon, Northern California will see a colder, wetter winter with frequent storms and lots of rain. Mountain areas like the Cascades and Sierra Nevada are in for heavy snow, great for ski resorts and water supplies. A deep snowpack will help fight drought by replenishing reservoirs in spring. Southern California, though, will be warmer and drier, with little rain and higher wildfire risk. The region's water stress could worsen, so conservation is key. The West Coast is a study in contrasts, wet and snowy up north, dry and sunny down south. It's a perfect example of how one weather pattern can create opposite effects nearby. Now let's talk about what's driving all this: La Niña. So why is this happening? The main driver is La Niña, a climate pattern in the Pacific Ocean. During La Niña, cooler ocean water shifts the jet stream north, steering storms into the northern U.S. and keeping the south dry. This brings cold, snowy weather to the north and mild, dry conditions to the south and southwest. It's amazing how ocean temperatures thousands of miles away can shape our winter. La Niña's ripple effect is powerful, creating the split-personality winter we're expecting. Understanding this helps us prepare for what's ahead. Now let's get you ready for winter. Preparation is key for a safe, stress-free winter. Start with your home seal drafts, service your heating system, and check smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. For your car, check tires, battery, fluids, and pack a winter emergency kit. Blanket, gloves, flashlight, snacks. Make a family plan for big storms, including how to stay in touch if the power goes out. Keep a home emergency kit with food, water, flashlights, batteries, and medications for at least 3 days. Stay informed, follow local weather updates, and heed official advice. If you're told to stay off the roads, do it for your safety and others. A little preparation and common sense go a long way. We'll keep you updated all season long. Now let's talk about making the most of winter. Winter isn't just to endure, it's to enjoy. In the north, get ready for snowmen, sledding, and peaceful walks in the snow. Try something new: snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, or ice skating. Cozy up indoors with family, games, and hot chocolate. In the south, enjoy mild days outside and savor those rare chilly snaps. Every season brings its own joys, embrace them. Prepare, stay safe, and make memories this winter. That's what's up. Stay warm, everyone.